Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Yellow Studio Live. I'm Blume Bauer. I teach artists how to grow their businesses with AI and print on demand. Tonight, we're going to be talking about marketing and creating content, and we're going to be using AI to help us come up with strategic plans for creating content so that we're not just randomly creating content all over the place. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. If you're here, say hello in the chat. Hi, Jilly Bean. Welcome, welcome. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I did. I had a very nice Friday evening after our live. You guys always energize me. I always have such a good Friday night. It's like a little party on Friday night. And then I go have dinner and relax. And it's just like, what a great way to start the weekend. And Saturday, I was with the Yayas and we had so much fun. We had two birthdays and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and then a couple doors down we went to a pottery painting place, and I'm really excited. I mean, I hope it turns out nice. I painted a Dia de los Muertos sugar skull, and I'm thinking it's going to look really nice with my it's so hard. It's backwards. My Milagros hearts here. Oh, here. Oh, I cannot do it. You can see them. There. Those. I'm hoping to add the sugar skull to the Milagros hearts. I think it'll be a cute addition if it turns out good. It's flat though, so I'll have to figure out how to get a hanger on it and hang it. But I think it's going to be really pretty. I'm so excited. After it's fired, it looks so different. So we'll see what it looks like. Yeah. Hello, Delane. Welcome. Hi, Vesica. Welcome. So glad you gals are here. So excited. And then Sunday, I had a Sunday. I don't know if you have Sundays, but I love a Sunday. I love when I get to have a Sunday. And by having a Sunday, I mean I do whatever I want for the entire day. Literally anything I want. Wherever my mood or desire takes me is what I do. And that's how my Sunday was, and it was wonderful. My spring purge, spring cleaning began. I got out in the garden and I found these. I was so excited. I cleaned out all of my craft bins, and I have so many craft supplies that I'm never going to get to. There's too many. And so I decided to donate a ton of them to a local place that takes those. And then I also donated some other things, put those in the thrift store bin. And so I'm really excited to have the bin is 3/4 of the way full, and it's a big bin, big bin. And so it's 3/4 of the way full. I was really excited about that. And I also made room in my craft bins for, any kind of current thing I'm working on. So that's kind of nice. But I found these. I was so excited. I have to show you. Oh, they're there. These little fat striped kitty earrings. And they remind me of my Rocky. They're so cute. And I found it in the jewelry that I have. I have this big collection of like costume jewelry. And my goal was always to take it apart and use it to make these driftwood hanging things. Like, so you have driftwood at the top, and then you have strings of different beads hanging down from the driftwood. And I want to do that this spring or summer with the Yayas. We'll all get together here and we'll craft out on the deck and make the little driftwood string hanging things. I also thought it'd be really fun to make one of those garden globes where you get like a concrete globe that has a flat bottom, but it's round all the way the rest. And then adhere with, like permanent, like outdoor type glue adhere beautiful brooches and stuff to them. So it'd be like a little bit of piece of jewelry that I plop down in the garden. I think that would be so cute. So I went ahead and took apart all the jewelry bits that I had saved for that, organized them by color, did all of that. It was really great. And then spent the rest of the day outside in the sunshine. It was just so lovely. Had a nice dinner, all of those things. I love having a Sunday. I hope you had a Sunday also and had a lovely weekend. Again, today we're going to prompt. We're going to use a cool prompt chain to figure out our content strategy for the rest of the year. So I'm going to use artists with print-on-demand products as our goal for the prompt chain. Let me take us to Claude, and I'm going to use Claude. You could use ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google Gemini or whatever app you love. I'm going to use this one, and we're going to go to the Yellow Boutique since we're going to talk about products and print on demand. And I want to get my little note here for the prompts. And let's try the first one. So this first prompt is going to start with, let me get the whole thing here. Act as a social media strategist who studies audience behavior across platforms. Your job is to help me understand what my audience really wants to see based on my niche and past content. Main question, here's what my brand is about. So I'm going to insert niche and goal. So illustration art. And I'm going to put in parentheses what my illustration style is. Pastel, minimalist, minimalist. Oh, goodness. It just doesn't want. Sorry, hang on. Kitties are having an issue. Kitties, be nice. Okay, sorry. sorry. Oh gosh, I was like, oh no. Okay. Pastel minimalist stacks of whimsical objects. Objects and characters. And it wanted, gosh, the kitties distracted me. Sorry about that. Okay, so my niche is illustration art, and the goal is to sell on products. We'll say on print on demand products. Okay, what types of content formats, tones, or hooks would most likely grab my audience's attention and increase engagement? And as I always mention, I'll put these prompts in the first comment under the video after we're done tonight so that you can copy paste them. I would love to put them in the chat for you, but YouTube's chat is limited on characters. It's very limited. Okay, so Claude says, great question and a fun one to dig into. Your brand sits at a very specific intersection, slow living aesthetics, and tactile product appeal. Okay, who your audience actually is. Before formats, it helps to name the behavior. Your core audience skews towards women 30 to 45 who use Pinterest the way others use mood boards. They're not just shopping, they're curating an identity. They want to feel something when they scroll. They pin things that say, this is who I am or who I want to be. Your illustration style, pastel, stacked, whimsical, speaks directly to that impulse. Okay. The baby gift buyer is a secondary but high intent segment. They're on a mission. They want something that feels considered, not generic. Contents that perform for your niche are aspirational lifestyle context, where the product isn't the hero, a feeling is. A throw pillow on a linen couch beside a book and a cup of tea, a baby onesie folded in a gift box surrounded by dried flowers. These perform because they let the audience project themselves into the scene. The product becomes evidence of a lifestyle, not just an object for sale. I love that. The second is process and peek behind the curtain content. For an illustrator brand, this is gold. Your audience is genuinely curious about how art gets made. A time lapse of stack illustration building up, a flat lay of your sketchbook next to a finished project. This drawing became this onesie comparison. This builds parasocial trust fast. The third is relatable text over image. A single line of copy that names a feeling placed over a clean product photo or illustration. This format punches above its weight for saves and shares because they pin it as self-expression. I like those. Those are really tone that lands for your brand. Your brand voice is fun, quirky, contemporary, maps well to 3 tonal modes depending on the content bucket. For lifestyle and product content, lean into quiet delight, not loud or salesy. For relatable messaging, lean into gentle wit. For educational or process content, lean into curious and generous. So then it gives me some hooks. Ooh, isn't this pretty? I love that Claude is starting to get visual because it just makes my little artist heart happy. Hooks for your audience. So lifestyle aesthetic. This is the aesthetic. No text needed. Let the image do the hook work. Relatable messaging for people who ... Product spotlight, the one I kept coming back to. Gift angles, when you want something that actually means something. That's a good one. And education/process, this started as a doodle. And then it shows you what the color coding is down here. That's really cool. I love that. The highest leverage insight for your brand specifically, your illustration style, stacked whimsical pastel, is doing a lot of work that most POD brands can't do. Most POD brands have to rely on mock-ups and lifestyle photography to create desire. You have original art, as do all of you. That means buying your content has something to offer when someone has zero intention of buying it. They want to look at it. The trap your niche is being too cohesive too early. Variety within your aesthetic palette actually increases engagement. Your audience responds to novelty within a recognizable style. A goat stack reads different from a whale stack from a botanical stack, even though they're all you. Give each design its own story, its own hook, its own reason to exist beyond being part of a collection. I love that. That's fantastic. So now I want to show you guys something cool. I don't know if I showed you this in my Claude demonstration the other day. I think I showed you that Claude can take the information it just gave you. In fact, let's wait until we're done, actually. I think I showed you that it can take that information and create a Notion document for you, but I'm going to show you something cool, even more cool, that I realized that Claude can do. Be even funner than that. So let's go to the next one. And we're going to say, act as a competitive analyst, help me discover unique angles or content ideas in my niche that are being underused but have high potential. My main question, insert in the illustration art space. What are 3 to 5 content gaps or underused angles I can fill that my competitors aren't taking advantage of? Ooh, this one should be fun. I love figuring out what people aren't doing so that you can kind of be the one doing it. Sneak in there. Be the first. Okay, so it says illustration is pushing back against AI polish with human warmth and storytelling swagger. And clients and consumers are increasingly looking for real illustrations with intention, emotional resonance, and human insight as the market matures. The value shifts away from the automated industry toward work that feels authored, thoughtful, and genuinely communicative. That's your window. Here are 5 underused angles your competitors aren't fully exploiting, each one mapped to a real gap in the current landscape. Now, while Claude is picking this lane for me, it's because it's for my illustration art. And I guarantee you, if I also asked about my AI art, it could give me a nice lane for that as well. So if you make AI art or traditional art, either one, Claude's going to help you, or your AI is going to help you pick that lane and find those gaps that you can fill in your niche. So the content gaps for illustration art are design origin stories. Oh, design origin stories. Nobody shows why a design exists, only the final product. I love that. For example, they said, this goat stack started as a joke I drew at 11 p.m. type narrative. Gap 2, the human made this proof. AI art floods the feed, known as loudly signaling handcrafted origin. I don't know about that. I'm seeing like definitely a push for both in my feed anyway. Your angle, sketchbook to product pipeline pins, hand and stylus visible in content. Gap 3, character lore. POD brand shows designs in isolation, no world building around characters. Oh, yeah. So, like, my angle, Mr. Goat's Monday mood. Oh, I could use my characters to sell the art by having them, having different moods or having different phrases with them. That's a really good one. I really love that angle. Product is ritual content. Lifestyle shoots exist, but no one frames the product inside a daily ritual or mood. So do like Sunday Slow Down, a flat lay series with pillow, tea, and book, a full scene. That's cute. Micro niche gift guides. Generic gift guides are everywhere. Instead, for the mom who does everything slowly and on purpose. I love the micro niche gift guide. That is such a great idea. And making a gift guide for your art or for your products is such a smart idea, especially before major holidays like Valentine's Day, Easter. I would say even spring or the new year. Summer is a good one. Fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, and winter, each of the seasons. I think those all can be great gift guide themes. But then you could also just have a general theme like this, where it's like for the mom who does everything slowly and on purpose, that gift guide could work all year. So, or that would be great for Mother's Day. Ooh, Mother's Day. So yeah, think of these sorts of things when you're creating. So then Claude goes on to explain these more in depth down here. I love that. And gives resources if we want to go read further and see more about each of those gaps. The meta pattern across all 5 is that these gaps is your competitors are showing what they make. You have the opportunity to show who makes it and why it exists. Clients and consumers want work that feels authored, thoughtful, and genuinely communicative. And I agree with this very much. And I think that's the same for AI art. I think when we express the why of what we made, no matter what kind of art it is, consumers and your potential buyers are looking for that story that comes along with the art. Oh, tickly nose. Right now, almost nobody in the illustration POD space is delivering that through their content strategy. That's your white space. Okay, so want me to develop pin concepts or actual copy for any of these 5 angles? No, we'll work on that in a bit. Okay, so the next one, do you guys have any questions yet? If you have any questions as I go along, or you want me to try another niche, if you want me to try your niche, leave it in the comments and I'll try it. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, my nose tickles. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, I was out in the garden this afternoon for a little bit. I got out in the garden for about an hour and I got 2 plants pruned back and one all tied up because she was going like this and she needed to get tied up so her little flowers don't fall off because they were all raggedy. Anyway, I bet you that's why my nose tickles. Okay, so our next prompt is act as a viral copywriter. Your role is to write magnetic hooks and headlines that stop scrolling and spark curiosity. Main question, I'm making content about my illustration art. Give me 5 powerful, curiosity-driven hooks I can use for short-form videos, threads, or carousels. Tickly nose. Anyone else loving the visual aspect of Claude now? Wow. It's just really, really exciting to me. It's so nice to see instead of just reading like headline, paragraph, it makes it easy to glance at and see what you want to use next. I'm really loving this. Okay. Hook 1 is our curiosity gap. I drew something weird at 11 p.m. and now it lives on a baby onesie. That's really cute. 2 is for people who live slowly on purpose and still somehow never have enough hours. That's a good one. Everyone uses the same stock art. I draw mine by hand. Here's why that changes everything. I would probably change the phrasing of that, but that's a good one. Mr. Goat didn't ask to be on a onesie, but here we are. That's cute. The hardest part of illustrating isn't drawing, it's deciding when a stack is done. Oh, that's very true. Okay. Each hook avoids the 2 traps most illustration accounts fall into, being too art world, obscure gatekeepy, or too product pushy, salesy, transactional. These sit in the middle. They're personal enough to feel real, but accessible enough that someone who's never heard of you can immediately feel something. Each pair tests slightly different angles on the same lever. Hook 3's primary leads with process integrity. The variety leads with market contrast. On Pinterest, especially, you want to know without framing your audience responds to before you build more content around it. The strongest hooks for your brands are the ones where the product shows up late after curiosity is already open. That's very good advice. Strike their curiosity, then offer the product. That is really good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are these good prompts? Jill says, I like it being more colorful too. Yes. Claude is looking beautiful. Yeah, the colorfulness is fantastic. It just makes it so nice to look at a glance and say, if I looked back at this thread, I could say, oh, I want to use this one or that one. And I wonder if I copied a clipboard, what it Looks like on a Google Doc, if it keeps that cool formatting or not. Let's go see. Let me open one. My copy, I already copied it. I'm going to paste it in here. Oh, look at that. You could paste it right into a Google Doc and it keeps that beautiful formatting. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Let me get that other section too. See here, instead of copying the whole thread down here in the little copy button, I'm copying this part to the clipboard with the 3-dot drop down. I go back to my Google Doc and put those in as well. Oh, the only bummer about this is that it seems to have cut that off, unfortunately. Wonder if I move it down to its own page. Oh no, it was on its own page. Yeah, it still gets cut off. We'd have to make it smaller to fit on the page. But it still fits and still looks nice. Wow, that's so cool. How fun is that? Ladies, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's try the last prompt in the thread, in the prompt chain. Act as a community growth strategist. Your job is to increase shares, saves, comments, and followers through strategic call to action and post structure. Here's my post idea. Okay, so let's pick a post that is so nice, Jill. I love it. And copy paste that beautiful formatting in there. Okay, let's pick one of these post ideas. Oh, I loved the Mr. Goat's Monday mood. So I'm going to copy that one. Oops. Oh, I have a trackpad, so sometimes it's hard to copy, paste. Okay. So I'm going to put that down here. Okay. I'm going to say my angle is Mr. Goat's Monday mood, give characters personality and recurring roles. How can I structure it to encourage more interaction? Comments, saves, follows, likes. Suggest a powerful call to action too. Oh, good. Delane. She said a spreadsheet for her today. Wonderful. I love it. If you have time, here's mine. Okay, my business name. Fantastic. And her target audience. Wonderful. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Okay, so let's go see. Love this post idea. Mr. Goat's Monday mood is exactly the kind of content that builds a loyal audience rather than just accumulating views. Okay. So it's giving me layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. Nice. Okay. Layer 1 is personality first, no product. The first sentence must earn the next one. So we're going to lead with Mr. Goat's voice, not the illustration. Make it instantly relatable. Monday is a universal feeling. Mr. Goat woke up today, and I could see this actually as I'm reading this, I could see this right away as a carousel post on Instagram. Seems like, or a good reel too. Mr. Goat woke up today with very strong opinions about not doing anything. Build the world, not the product. So now the next part is expanding on the mood with one more beat of character lore. We're going to give Mr. Goat an opinion, a quirk, a relatable inner monologue. This is the layer people screenshot and send to friends. He's not grumpy. He's just deeply committed to the idea that Mondays should be optional. We respect that here. I love that. So then we're going to do the reveal, not the pitch yet. Introduce the product almost as an afterthought, framed as a natural extension of the character, not a sales moment. 1 sentence maximum. He's currently available on a onesie, which feels very on brand for someone who just wants to lie down. That's so cute. And then we're going to promise a reason to follow, announce this is an ongoing series. This is what converts passive viewers into followers. Name it so it becomes searchable and expected. Follow along for Mr. Goat weekly, the Mr. Goat weekly mood report. Next week, Tuesday energy, slightly better, not by much. That's fantastic. And I could see how you could do this for each of your characters or your products. You could really niche down for each and every one of them and make really fun content for each one. So then the call to action is going to be 1 question, low barrier, and with a single comment bait question that's impossible not to answer. Tied to the character's mood, not the product. Keep it dead simple. So the example is, are you a Monday, Mr. Goat? Or do you actually like the start of the week? Be honest. That's very cute. Now here's the complete post ready to draft, assembled from all 5 layers. So there's the post. This structure works on each platform. On Pinterest, layers 3 and 4 do the heavy lifting. I totally see this as a carousel or a reel or a TikTok, or a YouTube short. I think this would be a fantastic way to sell Mr. Goat on a onesie. Very, very cute. And my Mr. Goat, I love that Claude remembers that Mr. Goat is the reason I drew him, and he has these mushrooms growing off of his back is because he stood so long in the forest being lazy that the mushrooms started to grow on his back. So that was part of the story of him. And so then Claude will offer to write more posts, but I think that was fantastic. We really started with this niching down, deciding what the niche is, seeing it in form by hook as far as hooks are concerned, then going into finding ways to have a competitive angle that other people aren't using, and then going into copywriting of writing some hooks. And we've got 5 hooks. You could use those 5 different hooks as 5 different posts and draw in different audiences from each hook. And then we have the layered full post here that I think would make a great carousel or reel short form video. Fantastic. I love it. Great job. Okay, so now let me show you, before we go to Delane's, I'm going to show you this cool, fun thing that Claude did for me. It might take a few minutes, which is perfect because then we'll move on to Delane's real quick. Jill says, I am so completely in line with Mr. Goat's opinions. This Monday definitely could have been optional. Yeah, Mondays are like that a lot, aren't they? I actually had a nice Monday today, but most Mondays, I'm with you. I'm usually like, can we cancel Monday, please? But then if we cancel Monday, does that mean Tuesday is Monday now? And Tuesdays are bad? Because then we have to cancel Tuesdays, and then we have to cancel Wednesdays, and then all the days are just canceled. Okay, so now I'm going to say, can you create a new dashboard in Notion for the yellow boutique and add a content strategy document with to-dos at the top, then a full list of ideas broken up by specific product type and art. Art be each art piece, like Mr. Goat, is the main, the main category with each product he is on as subcategories for marketing the products he is on. We will add to this Notion dashboard each product and marketing ideas moving forward. Organize it in the best way to continue to add more art and ideas as we move forward. Okay, so now I'm going to tell it that, and it is going to create us a Notion dashboard for the Yellow Boutique. And what's really cool about this is going to be a living document in Notion. Because it's in Notion and Claude can access it easily, because I've connected my Notion to my Claude and given access, it is going to be a living document. So now every time I want to update the Yellow Boutique document or add new categories, like right now we're just going to have content probably on our dashboard, but then eventually I'll want to have maybe advertising, actual ads, a section for keeping track of all the product types I have or all the art that I have and which product types each art is on. All of those sorts of things, it can start to keep track for me and keep updating this live document. So it's going to work on this for a moment. And Delane says, no hurry on me, only if there is time. Don't want to shift your plans. No, not a worry at all, Delane. I would love to try someone else's and see how it comes out and see what you think, because that excites me so much. I really love trying other people's content too. So I'm going to open, while that works, I'm going to open my Notion so that, oh, actually, I think it's going to give me a link when it's done. Okay. So it does take a few minutes to create something big like this. I'll show you what it created for the Yellow Studio. This is what I did for the Yellow Studio, not the Yellow Boutique. And so I've got press on here, blog content, my knowledge vault. The knowledge vault is so cool. What I'm doing is having Claude keep track of all my notes and slides and information that I learn in classes, and then take that for me and turn it into to-dos and a list of ideas and things that I can use out of the classes that I have learned, so that it's not just this information that I learned sitting in a folder that hopefully I get back to someday. Instead, both me and Claude know this information now, and I can come into the vault and look for ideas, or I can have Claude pull the ideas from the vault, say, what should we do next, Claude? And what do you see on that list that's the next best thing for us to do to promote XYZ? And Claude can go into that knowledge vault and pull it out. I love this. It has the quick links here, so it knows my links. It has social media and then current focus here. So I'm really loving this, and it keeps updating this all the time for me as we talk. In fact, all I say is, for vault, I just say add this to the vault, and then it adds it. Um, or when I talk about the blog, it knows to add here. It actually created a full list of my blogs from my website. I gave it a link to my blog page, and it created a full list of my blogs. Here, I'll show you that. So here are all the blogs and when they were published. So you can see all of those, and we can do things with that. It put in the URLs to each one. So now when I write future blogs and want to refer back to other blogs inside of those future blogs, Claude now has links to the blogs so it can add them in for me so I don't have to go and find them and add them in. And oh, I forget that it does that though. I don't know why. Okay, let's go back to here. And then what was the so I was going to show you the vault here. It gives me directions how to use it in case I forget how to use it when I come back in here. It shows me the different categories we chose for the vault. So like the learnings that I've learned from all of the online classes I've taken over the last few years will go in here, and then anything that makes sense for POD strategy and products goes in there. Social media and content, AI tools and workflow, marketing and sales, branding and position, business systems and mindset. So that all goes into those different categories. And then I can click on any one of these and see the to-dos or the ideas. So like I've got YouTube live ideas that it's come up with for me via my links so far that I've put in here. So it's just so cool. It's so cool. And you can click on any of these things. POD strategy. Oh yeah. Okay. So we don't have anything in here really yet. First idea will live here, but it'll have all the different categories of information that we figure out as I put in more of my knowledge content that I've created. So let me go back to Claude, see how she's doing. Okay, your Yellow Boutique headquarters is ready. Here's the full structure. The Yellow Boutique headquarters main dashboard, content strategy and to-dos, art and product marketing library, the main character library with Mr. Goat, Blackbird Stack, She's a Whale of a Tale, Dale in the Life, Always a Belly Dancer, Slow Living Collection. So she's already remembering some of the things we've already talked about, some of the products, Pinterest strategy, and channel notes. Fantastic. Okay, so where is my link to it though? How to add new art going forward. Let's see if I see it. That's the Yellow Studio. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, let me go over to that. So I'm going to, if you click this little star in the top right-hand corner, it'll add it to your favorites. So it will come up over here under your favorites. And I just keep the couple of things that I go to over and over and over right here in my favorites. So I don't have to find them in the recents or down in the private, or, I don't have to go looking for them. They're going to always be in my favorites. So the Yellow Boutique gave me a cute little flower. Claude knows me. And then it has the different information or different quick nav. And then here are the navigations to those. So I can say content strategy to-dos. And here we go. Launch Mr. Goat weekly mood report series. Draft Monday and Tuesday posts. Create Pinterest pins for baby Blume onesie collection. Build mockup strategy for Pinterest. Now, these are already things we've all talked about. Me and Claude have talked about. But now she has put them in this beautiful list for me to just come reference. I don't have to go back and look through all of our notes that I've cataloged in Google Docs and find the things that I need to do out of them. I can see them here at a quick glance, and you can check them off when you're done. So you can check the little boxes and then you know they're done. And this is a living document. So she'll keep updating this as I give more info, as we talk more, and all of that. So this is really, really cool. Let's see what the art and product marketing library looks like. These are the pieces she knows about so far. Got hundreds, but so yeah, we can even go click on it, and it gives us a personality overview. Oh my gosh, this is great. The products, Pinterest content ideas, and so I can go product by product and decide what I want to do. Let's see what it did for, nothing for the Blackbird stack yet. Okay, so we just didn't, wait, these are the links. Yeah, Blackbird stack. Quirky, elegant, a little mysterious. Gives me some content ideas, the products that it knows about so far. Is this not incredible or what? I mean, that means when you get to work on your art business, you just come into your little dashboard here and you're like, what am I going to work on today? Okay, today's content strategy. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start doing things that are on the content list. Or today is, I want to market individual products, and I click on this one. Let's look at the Pinterest strategy. Primary goal, slow living, SEO and keyword principles, pin structure, top performing pin types to prioritize, paid ads pipeline. I love it. It's fantastic. This is perfect. Isn't that so cool? Are you guys dying? Because I'm dying. I mean, these are the kinds of things that like I could spend hours on, and I do often spend hours, creating lists and figuring out the best way to organize it all. What I love at this is that this is a living document. So as I go, if I feel like something doesn't make sense for me, or I don't like I'm kind of already not loving this quick navigation that I can't click on any of these, but then here I click on them. So I might talk to Claude and say, can we make those actually linkable? Or if we're going to only have these be linkable, then let's take out this section and add these under the quick navigation so I can actually click on those, so you can have these things changed and keep working back and forth until you decide it's exactly how you want it. So Delane says, do you ever do paid ads? It is so cool. It is so cool. The more I learn about AI, the more I get obsessed. Yes. Yes, I do paid ads all the time. They are what sell my products. Well, a lot of organic marketing too. But yes, I run paid ads, and my number one rule with paid ads is to do lots of strategic organic marketing, SOM, strategic organic marketing. You do that, lots of it. And then when you see posts performing really well organically, then turn those posts into an ad. It does two things. One, it tells the algorithm this post is already liked by people. People are already interacting with it. It's already doing really well. So now if we boost it with some ad money, it's going to do even better because it's already got this bit of social proof behind it. The second thing it does is it's going to give it more of a boost because it already had that algorithmic social proof. So it's going to do this twofold, pushing it out better than if you just do a cold ad. If you just say, here's a picture of a product with my copy, and the old way I would have done it is I would have put out like 3 different ads, like this picture, and this picture, 3 different creatives and 3 different sets of copy. And I would see which one performed the best and then run that one with more money. But now, if you just go off of your organic marketing numbers, it's so much better because A, it's free testing, and B, you have that social proof that's going to help push it out even better once it's an ad. So, yes, I do paid ads. I mostly do them for the Yellow Studio. I have been doing them mostly on Meta because that has been a great leads generation tool for me. And I will teach a paid ads class coming soon because I get a lot of questions about those, and I would really love to break it down the way that I do it. I think it's kind of different from the way other advertisers, social media marketers like to do ads on social media. But it follows a very smart plan that I've learned over the years of running ads cold and running them off of organic content, and the organic content wins every time. So, and then for the Yellow Boutique, I use Pinterest. Pinterest is queen for selling products. It is so wonderful for selling products because that is where people are building boards. They're building their baby board for the upcoming baby, or for their niece or nephew that's coming, or their best friend's baby that's coming. They're building wedding boards. They're building home decor boards. And what they're doing when they build those boards and put your products on those boards is when they go to make those things come to fruition, they're going back in and buying those things. People are creating like stuff they want to buy boards, just like, oh, I need some new leggings. I look at a bunch of leggings on Pinterest. I put them all in that stuff I want to buy. And then I go back later and I buy, 3 or 4 of the pairs of leggings or however many they need. That kind of thing is happening too there. So I love Pinterest. Yes, Delane says that's a great ad strategy. I agree. I've done it so many different ways over the years, and I find that is the best way to do it, especially even with a limited or big budget, because either one, it's still going to improve the quality of the ad running it organically first. So, voila. This is the exciting thing that it does. Okay, let's go run business real quick because I think that would be so fun. I'm going to go out of the projects, I think, and just go to, let me see if I have anything that would make sense to put it in. If not, I'll just do a separate one. Okay, no, I think I'm just going to do new chat. Okay. So I'm going to say I'm helping my friend Delane with her content strategy for her pet portrait business. Okay, so now let me see if I can copy paste what Delane wrote. And I'll say her. And then I think you had, oh yeah, there's more. Oops. Okay. I clicked in there the wrong way and it's, okay. Our business name. Okay. So now we'll use the first prompt. We'll go back to the beginning. And the niche and goal are to sell more pet portraits. So pet portraits to reach more pet owners and sell more pet portraits. Okay, Let's see what it says. Sniffing out what pet owners actually want. Fetching the good girl and good boy data. Delane said I had to break it down into 2 chat windows because it's too long just for one. Things I learned here. Seriously, I don't know what is with YouTube and not allowing a longer comment. It's the wildest thing to me. Okay, great foundation to build from. Let's put together a strategic visual breakdown for Delane. Delane, I'll send you these. I'll send you a Google Doc with all this on it later. So content formats that convert. Reels and TikTok, before and after transformations are the number one driver for this niche. Show the pet photo, then the finished portrait. Keep it under 15 seconds with a dramatic reveal. Hook, I turned my dog into a medieval knight and I can't stop laughing. Or hook, what would your pet look like as a royalty? Part 47. Oh, that could be fun. You could have a whole bunch of parts. POV, your cat hired a court painter. It's so cute. And then it says more hook ideas, which I wonder what it would. Oh, it's going to just give me more hook ideas. That's awesome. Okay, let's look at the other ones. Carousels are really good. Carousels get saved, which signal high intent. Perfect for showing a range of portrait styles, superhero, Victorian, fantasy, so people mentally cast their own pet. The hook slide would say, which portrait would your dog be? Swipe to see all styles. Or we've painted 200 plus pets this year. Here are the most dramatic transformations. Let's ask it to plan a carousel and see what happens. Is it trying it? Oh, it's doing the hooks. Okay, she was still working. Okay, so let's say plan a carousel. I'm loving this too, that Claude started doing this where you can just click on something and get more without having to like even say, hey, can you help me do this next thing? The next part of the thing you offered. Okay. This is really good. Delane, it did even better for you. Film yourself reacting to a customer's pet photo for the first time, then reveal the finished portrait. Feels unscripted, builds the human behind the brand. A customer sent me this scruffy rescue dog and said, make him majestic. Challenge accepted. Or hook. I cried making this one. The dog passed away last month. So sad when our babies pass. And then static posts on Pinterest. Pinterest drives long tail purchase intent. Post finished portraits with keyword-rich descriptions like custom dog superhero portrait gift idea. Also great for Facebook community groups. Caption, emotion plus what you made plus who it's perfect for plus CTA. For example, the moment you see your pup as a Victorian Duchess, the perfect gift for any dog mom. Link in bio to commission yours. So then it shows which tones land well with pet owners. So you'd want to, I would create this. I would use these to start creating your brand voice if you don't already have a brand voice, so that those all blend in to your brand voice, or you could add them to your brand voice. Audience psychology, pet owners buy identity, not art. Gifting is the number one purchase trigger. Comments are your content gold mine. That's awesome. The replies become social proof, drive reach, and tell you which styles to feature next. I love that. And then she says, build a 30-day content calendar. Sure, Claude, go for it. I love that. Do it all. Here's the strategic thinking behind all of this for Delane. Pet portrait buyers aren't art, they're shopping for a feeling. The purchase is almost always emotional. My pet is extraordinary, and I want proof of that. That's very true. The before and after revealed, genuinely surprising every time. If Delane builds a content rhythm around gifting occasions, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, pet adoption, anniversaries, holiday season, she can drive intentional traffic rather than waiting for impulse buys. People searching unique gift for dog mom have credit cards ready to go. What style would your pet be? In every post, it costs. Oh, asking what style would your pet be in every post costs nothing, fills the comment section, and pre qualifies buyers who are already imagining their pet in a portrait. These commenters are one DM away from a commission. Want to build a specific 30-day. Okay, so we already did that. So then we've got 10 more hooks. It's fantastic. We've got a 7-day carousel slide. That isn't working though. Maybe if I copy it, let's go put it on that document, see if it. No, it's just that little box. Interesting. Okay. So if in that case, I would tell Claude, hey, the carousel slides didn't work. Can you rebuild them? It does give a bit of an example, but it's not quite what you were wanting. And then a 30-day content calendar. Look at that. Before and after reveal, royal portrait showcase, name drop game, rest on Thursdays, 5 portrait styles carousel, behind the scenes work in progress, rating pets in portrait styles, superhero portrait drop, and it gives you every single day for 30 days. It's so wonderful. And you could copy paste this. If you copy to clipboard, then you could paste it into a Google Doc looking like this, so you can see it at like a real calendar. I love it, love it, love it. It's so much better than a list. Claude's getting all my votes lately. Okay. Delane says, girl, in my Southern accent. I wish I could do it, girl. This is amazing. My whole business is being created. Good. Okay, let's find the content gaps for Delane. Okay. In the pet portrait. Now for Delane. I want to make sure I designate that it's not for me, that it's for Delane. Okay. Act as a competitive analysis. What are the gaps my competitors aren't getting? And I love, Claude's checking the internet, seeing what really exists already and what might be missing. What does it save if you select download file? Oh, let's see. I didn't try that. Oh, it's going to save it as an HTML file. So I'll show you what will happen. Because it's an HTML file, I just downloaded it and clicked on it. Oh, it's not near as good. Here, let me show you. It spreads it out on the page. And so it does give you, something to go look at, but you'll have to look at it on your browser. So I think in a Google Doc would probably be smarter, so that you have, let's see what the third option is. Let me close that. And the third option was save as an artifact. And I think if we save as an artifact, it saves it to my Claude so that it references it. So I'm not going to do that for Delane. But Delane, if this was your Claude, or then you could do save as an artifact, and then Claude would have that information in its MD files, and it would it would have this as its like memory, as its stored memory. For later, you could say, Claude, what are we supposed to do on day 12 of that content calendar? And it could search that and come up with it. But if you do it in a Notion document, actually it might even be better to have it put it in the Notion document. But if it put this calendar in the Notion document, then it would be living, and it could reference back to it, and you could ask that of Claude without having to reference the Google Doc. Yeah, HTML option isn't that great of an option for sure. Because, you can only open the file with a browser and it's, I don't know, unless you're, using your website or something. Yeah, Notion is so cool. Definitely need to learn more about it. Yeah, Jill, like I have it on my list to go over how to build a Notion dashboard. So I will do that soon. Um, okay, so good research in hand. Here's what competitive landscape actually reveals for Delane. 5 genuine gaps that most pet portraits accounts are completely ignoring. The versus AI positioning angle. Oh, well, I didn't tell Claude that they are AI. I think, right? Delane, are they AI? Um, okay, so pet grief and the memorial portrait journey. That's a really good one. Breed specific content targeting, golden retrievers, French bulldogs. Um, that's really cool. Breed of the week series, breed hashtags, although keep using hashtags for now, but they are phasing out. But keep using them until they're gone. Because every little bit helps, I feel like. The human behind the brand story, day in the life of a pet portrait artist, the crossover fandom angle, fandom edition pet portrait drops, like of new seasons, movie releases, gaming launches. You could do like Bridgerton, when the new episodes of Bridgerton drop. Now you've got a Bridgerton doggy, that kind of thing. Yeah, they are AI. So I'm going to correct Claude right now. Anyone else get annoyed when AI is too damn perky, or just me because I'm cranky? It doesn't bother me. But you know what? My AI is very perky because I'm very perky. So you could tell your AI, hey, I don't like this. Be more serious with me, or be more rude with me, or be more just don't even have a personality. Just be a computer and do what computers do. You can do it however you like. I'm loving this crossover fandom angle and the human behind the brand story, breed specific. That's really great. Okay, so I'm going to say these portraits are AI pet portraits. Can you give me an alternative for gap 1? Okay. Pet photo is uploaded from the owner. They tell her the style and scenario, and she uses AI to create it. Those portraits blow her mind. I have been practicing with my cat and my brother's dog. Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. Okay. The AI artistry demystification angle. So, show the decisions, iterations, and creative choices behind each portrait, the prompts refined, the poses considered, the personality captured. Position the skill as curation and creative direction, not just generation. Exactly. So, for example, hooks could be here's what my first attempt looked like versus what my client actually received 11 iterations later. I love that. That's so good. Not all AI pet portraits are created equal. Let me show you why mine are different. That's good. I spent 3 hours on this portrait. Here's every decision I made along the way. This is what it looks like when you just hit generate. And this is what Premiere Pet Portraits actually does. I love that. The photo was blurry. The eyes were closed. Here's how I still made it work. Those are great. I love those. Delane says, even the cats hate water. I made one with a cat as a mermaid. Oh, that's so cute. My sister painted a cat as a mermaid once, and it's my favorite kitty painting of hers. So cute. I think that's such a cute idea to make him a kitty. I mean, to make him a mermaid. The kitty a mermaid. Okay, so let's do the next one real quick. We have 2 more. Pet portraits. Now for Delane. Yes, it's so cute. It's so cute. And she's like got her little arm out like this, like all in the water. And it's just the cutest little thing. And my niece, when she was really little, she knows I love cats and love my cats. And so she drew me a little cat mermaid, and she would draw little cat mermaids on my like birthday card envelopes and stuff. She's so cute. Okay. So now it's giving us some hook ideas. I gave the same blurry photo to 12 different prompts. Only one made her look like herself. Love it. Most pet portraits miss the one thing that actually makes your pet look like your pet. I love that. She told me her dog passed away the week after she sent the photo. I didn't know that when I started painting. Aw. Your dog's portrait style is already decided. You just don't know it yet. That's cute. People think pet portraits are cute. They're not wrong, but they're missing why people actually cry when they see them. Oh, that's a cute hook too. Okay, these are great. Okay, last prompt. Now for Delane. Here's my post summary idea. So let me go pick one of the post ideas. Let's do the people think pet portraits are cute. Okay, now we'll have it structure a post. Yes, seriously. I call that collective consciousness, Delane, when everybody kind of has those similar ideas. It's funny, when I was in college, I was painting this series called 10%, and it was an abstract painting series about the loss of glacial ice that we've had and how we had lost 10% of the world's glacial ice at that time. And I was doing this series and making these paintings, and I really thought, it was something like I had not seen anyone else relating in art, talking about with art and making people think about with art. And so I was making all these paintings and doing all this stuff. And my friend, she sends me an email one day and she says, look what I just found. This artist in Germany is making paintings commenting on the loss of glacial ice in the world. It wasn't named the same thing. It wasn't the same kind of art. It was different art, but we were both saying the same thing at the same time and didn't know each other and didn't know that each other was doing it. And this is before social media. So we really didn't know. It wasn't like, we could have accidentally seen each other's stuff and just been influenced by it. Neither of us knew. And we were making art about the same subject. And I think that happens, that collective consciousness happens when we're all thinking about the world's problems or the things in the world that may bring us joy, like kitty mermaids, those kind of things just run through our whole collective consciousness. And so I just love that. Jill says, some people think the ideas are out there and you need the right frequency to tune in and catch it. Yeah, that could be. That very well could be. And I think sometimes we pick up ideas, because we are open to receiving them too, right? So sometimes we might miss a whole bunch of ideas, but then one really catches us because it's something that speaks to our own hearts. So, okay. So now, this is the pet. People think pet portraits are cute. They're not wrong, but they're missing why people actually cry when they see them. How can I structure it to encourage more interaction and a powerful CTA? So we're going to say the hook. So that's the hook. And then the second part is the reframe. It's not about having pretty art on the wall. It's about looking at something and finally feeling like someone else saw your pet the way you do. The goofy ears, the way they tilt their head, the exact look they give you when they know dinner is 5 minutes away. Then the next part is a client messaged me after she received her portrait. She said, I didn't expect to cry, but it looked exactly like him on his best day. That's so sweet. So the next part is if you have a pet who has changed your life, you already know what I mean. A portrait doesn't just capture what they look like, it captures who they are to you. And then the last part, the call to action is tell me your pet's name in the comments. I want to know who you're thinking of right now. Save this if this resonated and follow for more portraits that stop you mid scroll. Great call to action because everyone loves to say their pet's names, and it asks them to save the post, and it doesn't ask them to buy anything. It's perfect way to build a loyal audience that is interested in your art and will buy from you eventually. You know, it's like if a stranger walks up to you and says, hey, you want to go on a date? Or even worse, hey, you want to get married? You're going to be like, no, I don't know you at all to either of those questions. And so it's the same with sales. You know, we want to warm up our audience first. And then if you warm them up just right and you do a really good job at it, you don't even ever have to ask for the sale, which is kind of cool. Yes, Jill says definitely need to be open to the ideas coming from the universe. And Delane says, wow, I love that story. Shaking my head. Yes, collective consciousness. Yeah, totally. Totally. So is this amazing, Delane? I think this would be another one that would be a great carousel. But then you could also create it just as a, you know, like on Facebook, it could just be all the copy with some, with a great photo. And then on Instagram, it could be a carousel post with each section as each frame. And then on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and on Instagram, again, it could be a short form video. Those would be fantastic. And then it says, in your reply to people's comments on that post, you could say something like Biscuit. That's the name. That name has serious royal portrait energy. DM me if you ever want to see what that could look like. And so you can kind of follow up with them in that way. Delane says, I have no words. This was 10x more than I expected. 10 times more than I expected. Yay, fabulous. I'll copy paste all of this into a doc for you, Delane, and then share it with you. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. That was a great prompt chain. I will go put these prompts in the first comment under this video. So if you hit refresh in a little bit, the prompts will be there and you could try them for yourself if you didn't get them as I read them. Because, you know, I know it's hard to like try to watch and type and try to do it for yourself all at the same time. So yeah, if that happened, no worries. I'll put them in there for you. And thank you, ladies, for joining me again this evening. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again tomorrow. Let's see, what are we doing tomorrow? You would think I would keep it open and ready, but then I forget. Okay, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. Oh, we're going to work on the storybook some more tomorrow. That's right. So we're going to do part 4 of the storybook tomorrow. We're going to research book printers and choose the one that feels right. So you're going to get to see my process for how I look up the different book printers, who I want to use, figure out the pricing, how many pages they offer, all of the different things, formats available. All of that stuff is going to be important for who I choose. And then we'll be choosing a printer. If I have time, we'll also upload the book to the printer and order a sample. But if I don't, then that will be the next part, or I might do that part in between. We'll just see. If you really want to see me upload it and order the sample, we can do that as well. Jilly Bean says, cool beans. Much fun as always. Thanks, Blume. Delane said, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, she's having spine surgery tomorrow, so she would be AWOL. Oh my goodness, Delane. Thinking good thoughts for you. Good thoughts. Oh, I hope everything goes smooth and you recover quickly and not in too much pain or any of that. I hope everything goes really, really well. Keeping all the good thoughts for you. Everyone send good thoughts to Delane, please. Oh, good. Jill's sending her to healing energy too. Good. We'll all take care of Delane with our hearts. Yes, keep us posted. Come check in when you can, but I understand that you'll be recovering for sure. Okay. Love you, ladies. Have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Good night, y'all.